So a few years ago, like most of the bands I end up covering here, I was scrolling through Spotify just looking for something new. No real plan, just looking to find something to shake things up a little bit. Then I stumbled across this playlist of underground bands. I hit shuffle, and a couple tracks go by, and then this song called Rust comes on. And the second the opening riff hit, I stopped everything that I was doing. It was filthy, it was mean, and it was alive. It was just one of those riffs that doesn't just sound good. It reaches out and grabs you by the throat, forcing you to listen to them. And that was my first taste of Flatwounds. Guys, welcome back to the Undercurrent, the series where I shine a spotlight on underground artists and bands who are paving their own way and deserve a much bigger spotlight than they are currently getting. So just a quick disclaimer before we dive in, a lot of the bands I cover are new and underground and still relatively unknown, so some details might not be perfect, and if you know something I don't, please feel free to correct me in the comments. That's what this series is all about. It's all about discovery. I dig deep and do my best to find accurate info, but sometimes you're a part of that research too, so please feel free to correct me if you find anything. So let's go ahead and meet the band. Flatwounds hail from Albany, New York, and their lineup consists of Colin O'Hare on vocals, Matthew Degnan on guitar, David Granger on bass, and Wade Coonrad on drums. They formed in late 2022 when Colin and Matt met at a show, and they decided they wanted to make heavier music than what they were doing at the time. They wrote a handful of songs in just a few sessions, and before they even finalized the lineup, they had already booked their first show. That immediate chemistry and that urgency almost feels like it's built into their sound. They even picked the name Flatwounds simply because it sounded cool. They didn't realize at first it was also a type of bass string, but the name stuck, and honestly, it fits them perfectly. That instinctive DIY energy is a perfect reflection of how this band operates. So now let's go ahead and talk sound, because this is where Flatwounds truly stand out to me. They blend that atmospheric darkness and the harmonies you might hear in an Alice in Chains type vibe, but they pair it with thrash metal influenced riffs that hit way harder than just your typical grunge. Their songs don't just sit in the dark, they charge into it. Their guitars have weight, the rhythm section locks in tight, and the emotion always feels genuine and never theatrical like you might get in some of these types of songs. And their debut EP, Raw, released in 2023, absolutely lives up to its title. It was home recorded, stripped back, and captures the band in their purest form. It doesn't chase perfection, it chases just energy. It feels alive and it feels human. But the moment that really sold me on this record was the transition between their song Chrome and Rust. Chrome winds down and then bleeds directly into Rust, and the first time that heavy opening riff kicked in, as you guys know, it knocked me on my ass. There's no build-up warning, it erupts. It feels like the band takes one last breath and then just unloads everything they've got. And that transition alone might be one of the best examples of tension and release I have heard from an underground band in a very long time. It's the kind of track that really makes you want to see this band live immediately, and I really hope they come through my neck of the woods soon. Since Raw though, Flatwounds haven't slowed down at all. They signed with Blue Great Music this year, and they've been gaining a lot of momentum with their most recent single, Vilify. And dude, I gotta be honest, this might be their best track yet. Colin said the band wrote it with a lot of attitude in mind because they felt modern rock was losing its edge, and Vilify delivers exactly that. But more importantly, Vilify proves that Flatwounds are more than just a time machine for grunge. You can hear them progressing, refining, and becoming sharper without losing their grit. And the best part about following underground bands is that you can literally hear them evolving in real time, slowly transitioning into the band they truly want to be. And Flatwounds are right there in that moment right now. So if you're watching, go listen to Raw and then go listen to Vilify. And if you feel something, share it, tell a friend, DM the band. That is how real music spreads and how these artists and bands get the spotlight they deserve. Let me know who deserves the spotlight next, because this isn't just about my taste. I want this to be our discovery together. Thanks for watching, God bless, and I will see you in the next episode. See ya.